So there was once a boy that he didn't come to the rabbi's class one night. And he always comes to the class. He says, I don't understand. How come you didn't come today? He says, Rabbi, yesterday there was the World Cup. It's a soccer game. It's like the number one soccer game. It's like, he's like, so what happened? I had to see it last night. I had to see it. So what goes on over there? So you don't understand. There's a soccer ball, and you hit it in the net. You hit it in the goalie. You hit it in the net, like a goal, like a net. You put it in the net. So he says, what's so fun about that? Here, let's do it. He tells the guy, you stand over there, you stand over there, I'm going to kick the ball. I'm going to kick the ball in the net, make a net right here, and kick the ball. No, Rabbi, there's a goalie that tries to block the ball, and it's not so easy to get in because he's always being blocked. So the Rabbi says the same thing in life, right? We're here to do mitzvot. We're to keep every mitzvah that we possibly can. So now every time you're going to try to hit it in the goal, right, the Yetzirah is always going to try to stop you. Yeah. So that's why you have to be careful. You have to always be on your game, that you can always be successful with the mitzvot, and you have to carry it out. So next he says, the Holy Mesilat says over here, the more you kovesh your yetzer, the more you kovesh the yetzer hara, the more you conquer yetzer hara, and you went away from all the distracting things that distract you from getting close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's how much more happier you will be in this world and in the next. Again, the more you conquer your Yetzer Hara, the happier you will be in this world and the next. You should just know that. Don't think, oh yeah, it's just in the next. Of course, the next. But even here, I feel so good. I'm able to do it. I can do it. I can control myself. When a person has an anger issue, he gets very, very angry. He's about to go crazy in his anger. About to go crazy. And then he takes a deep breath. He controls himself. He doesn't get angry. He takes a deep breath and he passes it. I can guarantee you, he feels million times better that he was able to control himself than to go ahead and give into his Yetzer Hara and get angry. You heard that? You get angry. Oh, I had to let it out, Rabbi. I had to let it out. Oh, shambles, da 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 da. Or you're able to control your anger. You're able to control yourself completely. You'll feel much better in that aspect. No matter what, you'll definitely see. And that's what he says. The more you kovesh yetzer hara v'tavotav v'nitrachek min hamnechikim oto me'atov v'nishtadel lidabek bo ken yesigeu v'yismach bo. You'll be happy with the fact that you were able to conquer your yetzer hara. You'll be very, very happy. You're like, wow, I did it. I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of times, sometimes a person has. It might be very difficult for him to go out and learn. It was very, very hard, and he went out and he went to learn. You'll see at the end of his learning, at the end of his learning, he feels so good. Oh, it's good I came. Wow, I'm so happy, Rabbi. Why? Because that's really the truth. The truth is coming in. The whole world was created for what? For Adam. This whole world is created for human beings, right? If Has v'Shalom, you go after things that you're not supposed to go after, and you're going against, meaning to say you're furthering yourself out from Hashem. Hinehu mitkalkel, you're getting messed up. Has v'Shalom, a person's getting messed up. Umekalkel ha'olam imo, the world itself at large is being ruined. You understand what I'm saying? Again, the world was created for Adam, human beings. Now, go ahead, take the world. If, heaven forbid, you go after things that are going against God, so you're ruining, a person's ruining himself, and he's ruining the world at large. Because what's the world for? The world is for humans to get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now you're taking what the purpose of the world. You see the sun, you see the moon, you see the galaxies, you see everything in the world. You see everything in the world, food, anything you can imagine. It's all there for you to serve Hashem. That's all it's there for. Nothing else. It's like, I'll give you an example. You're in a movie, and the background is this world. And the main part of the movie is you. That's the main part. You're the main part of the world. You are it. And the main purpose of your part is to get closer and closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So the second you go against Hashem, so you're ruining the part. You're ruining the whole world. You're ruining yourself and you're ruining the whole world. That's what you're doing. You go against Hashem, you're ruining yourself, right? And now you're ruining the whole world. Understand? Imagine you ever play basketball. Like imagine you're in the NBA and the thing that, right? So now you're NBA. What do? You're supposed to practice. Let's say, for example, you're practicing. They gave you the keys to them. You're practicing basketball. You have a basketball court. You're practicing basketball. That. And what do? Instead of shooting the ball in the basket, you take somebody gave you that day like a pocket knife, something like that. Like, oh, I want to use this pocket knife. You know those pocket knives. And you go and you start cutting the court, like the wood on the court. You go like this, cutting a little small piece. So, what are you doing? You're messing up the whole court. We gave you the court to practice. Now you're taking your knife and you're cutting a piece of floor in the thing. You're ruining the court. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave you the world. He gave you the world to get close to Hashem. What do? You take the world, you go against Hashem? What are you doing? You're ruining the world. You're literally ruining the world. You just you're like the guy on the basketball that took your pocket knife and you're just cutting a piece of the world. No, but Rabbi, I don't see that. You don't have to see that. There's facts. That's what's going on. That's going on. Oh, so I'm not going to do that. So control yourself and make sure you never do. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Makes sense? Makes sense? You're not done. Yeah? Oh, no. It makes sense. I gave you the basketball court to go play. Go play. Go. What do? You go ahead. You got to start cutting the box over here, box over there. You start ruining the net. You start pulling down the net. What are you doing? Are you pulling the net? What are you doing? You're ruining the court. A guy comes to this world. Hashem says, "Here's my world. It's a beautiful world. I made such a beautiful world for you. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't the world beautiful? You wake up, you see the sun. Isn't it a fantastic world? Trees. You're able to walk. You're able to talk. You're able to breathe. You're able to see. You're able to hear. Amazing. You're able to smell. You're able to do everything. You're able to do everything. You're able to do everything. He gave you a perfect world. Hashem gave you a perfect world. Perfect world. What did he say? Use this world to get close to me. What does the guy do? He goes, this avera, that avera, from avera to avera to avera. Not only are you messing yourself up, you're messing the world because God gave you the world to get close to Him, not to go mess it up, not to go ruin the court now. You're going to go start pulling the net now? Come on. Yeah, you have to know. So now he writes, but this is the flip side too. He says, but if you control yourself, you're getting close to Kadosh Baruch Hu. You're using the world to get close to God. Now you're getting out. Now you're being uplifted. The whole world, you're uplifting the whole world. Now what do? It's like now what do? You go now. For example, let's take the basketball court again. When you get to the basketball court now not only that, you're playing ball. You this, that. You shine right after you're done. You shine the court. You make sure this is that, and you're building. Oh, you build this to build this. You're building more things in the court to make it even nicer. Wow. You're putting the paint. But you came to the court. There's no foul line. There's no 3-point shot. What do? You put a 3-point shot line. You put a foul line. Wow. You put a scoreboard. Wow. So you come to the world. What do? You're starting building it. Wow. Look. I'm uplifting the whole world. I'm uplifting the whole world. When a tzaddik passes away, like a person of stature, he passes away. Your guy was doing Avodat Hashem. The world is not the same world anymore. You know that? The world is not the same world anymore. It's not the same. That's why we cry for a person. We cry. There's that guy passed away. We cry. It's not the same world. The world is a whole different world. Why? Because when he was alive, he was building the world. He was using the world to get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And now he's not here to use the world to get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So now already it's a different world. You hear the concept? You hear what I'm saying over here? You have to hear it and you have to hear it. There's hearing and there's hearing. Yeah. No. You have to know. When you're doing a mitzvah, you're literally uplifting yourself, and the whole world is changing. The whole entire world is changing when you do a mitzvah. You, for sure, you're changing. We know you're changing. But the hidush of it is that you're using the world. The whole world is a different world. It's a different world. Okay? I think that's a very important lesson.